time for Race Room, and we are on location this week, and the reason we're on location is because it's the start of the 82nd Rally Monte Carlo, which means it's also the start of the World Rally Championship for 2014. It was absolutely chucking it down last night at the opening ceremony. It's still a little bit damp today. We were up in Casino Square as all the cars went over that start bump, and it was just so cool to see all the new drivers, the new teams. Hyundai there with Thierry Neuville, Mads Osberg in new overalls for Citroën, and it is just going to be an incredible rally. I know it. And of course, Pole Position is going to be here all week, bringing you behind the scenes action absolutely free. So why wouldn't you follow the channel? And it's time for the news now, and some very sad news came in last night that John Button, Jenson Button's father, had died on Sunday. They think he died from a suspected heart attack at the age of 70, and I wanted to share with you a lovely photo that I took of John at the Spanish Grand Prix last year, where he was standing in the pit lane. Pole Position and I send lots of best wishes to Jenson and his family. Apart from all the chaos of testing and the new rules and regulations for 2014 in F1, the big news at the moment is the race numbers that the drivers are choosing for 2014. And in fact, these numbers will stay with them for the rest of their racing careers. So I thought I'd take you through them, crunch a few numbers for you. Number 1, Sebastian Vettel. Pretty obvious choice. He's the reigning world champion, so he takes number 1, but he has taken number 5 in case he were to lose that status of world champion. Number 6, it's Nico Rosberg for Mercedes. Same number that Keke Rosberg, his father, took. It's his father's lucky number, and interestingly, it's his future wife's lucky number too. So hopefully it'll bring Nico some more race wins this year, and who knows, even the championship perhaps. His teammate Lewis Hamilton has chosen 44. Now, there are a couple of scenarios that people are suggesting as to why Lewis chose 44. If you add up all his race numbers from his career so far, it totals 44. But then there's another one. Perhaps it's because the MP4 4 car was the one that Senna drove, and of course Lewis Hamilton's idol and absolute hero is of course Ayrton Senna. Lewis's old teammate at McLaren, Jenson Button, has chosen number 22, an interesting choice because actually statistically 22 has had the most mechanical failures over the years, but it's also the number that Jenson had when he won the World Championship in 2009 for Brawn. So maybe he's hoping McLaren can get it together and get him another World Championship for 2014. Number 13, an interesting choice seeing as it's unlucky for so many people. It's actually my lucky number, but Pastor Maldonado has chosen 13 to start his new career with Lotus. It's actually a number that Rob Austin takes on for British touring cars, so maybe Pastor and Rob can have some luck with that unlucky number 13. And number 2, no one could actually choose number 2 for the F1 because the FIA have retired it after Mark Webber left F1 at the end of last season. Well, I think that's enough number crunching, don't you? And finally, the former F1 star Eddie Irvine has been sentenced to 6 months in prison after a brawl in an Italian nightclub. But it looks like the sentence will be suspended and he probably won't end up in prison. But of course, Pole Position will keep you posted on how that story develops. And that is your news. Time for tweets, my favourite time of the week. Let's have a look what's in the tweety jar. Okay, so first up, we've got Grand Prix Diary tweeting about Adrian Sutil. So we're talking about numbers just now. Adrian Sutil has gone for number 99. And how weird is that? It's the same birthday that is shared between Adrian Sutil and the founder of the 99 ice cream, my favourite. But I wonder if Adrian Sutil knew that. Who knows? Next tweet. Okay, so this is the pranks. This is from the WTF account. We love your tweets. Keep them coming. It always cheers our day. And this is about pranks between drivers, something that we want to get into at Pole Position. And this one, Fernando Alonso looking like he's about to wake up Kimi Raikkonen. Let's hope that relationship stays okay for the whole of 2014. Fingers crossed. Next tweet. And Andreas Mikkelsen, the heartthrob of World Rally. He has tweeted a picture of what they do after they've gone out taking all their pace notes, and I had no idea that they then, as you can see from the picture, they then play back the onboard and then compare it with the notes to make sure that everything is absolutely tip-top. Of course, conditions change so much here at Monte Carlo that your pace notes need to be as precise as possible. So, nice little bit of an insight there into the driver and co-driver's activity before the start of a rally. And finally, last tweet from Will Buxton. A little bit of an interesting one here. The avocado that takes its name from the Aztec word for testicle. I'll leave that with you. Thank you very much, Will Buxton. Delicious. So where are we this weekend? Well, no prizes for guessing. We are here in Monaco. This afternoon we're heading up to Gap where the service park starts, and then everyone heads back down to Monte Carlo to the service park in Monaco, which you can see there are little bits of Volkswagen service park already being set up. And as the sun is starting to come out, I'm going to leave you now. It's the end of Race Room. It is the start of the World Rally Championship for 2014. Keep an eye on the channel. We are here all week, as I said at the beginning. And if you've got any questions you want me to ask the drivers, then just comment below. You know what to do. We will see you next week when we're back in the studio.
No. I have no idea.
I don't have a clue.
Automatic.
Manual.
Boobs or bums?